The first time we were doing this and totally not having to restart this because I forgot to press record early on. Cool. All right. To catch you up, I've gotten Tanner, so I'm never gonna be able to balance the light out perfectly between us. And we really like Top Fives. We love his voice. He's got a great voice. Side note: if you like listening to him, he does a few creepypastas that he reads out as well on, I believe, Spotify, which is really good because he's got a good voice. All right, moving on.
This clip was sent in to us by Para Evidence.
And totally the first time we're going to react to this first part of the video.
We like them as their pledge to never put up anything fake. All the footage they capture, they believe to be genuine. This time, the team were investigating team member Robert's apartment, which is located in
They have two, so since we kind of saw a little bit, they have two bits of this investigation.
Yeah. I was distracted by the SLS camera spirit high. I was triggered because of work. SLS.
I was distracted by the strange orbs over here. And I'm just like, why strange orbs? Nobody believes in orbs. They're a terrible form of this. Oh, look, and there's another one.
Oh yeah. It's a wild orb.
Interesting.
I have a hard time with orbs. I have a hard time with them.
Same. I tried scrolling up right now, trying to scroll up on this as if it wasn't in the video. Alright.
Robert has been experiencing some unusual things happening in his home.
There's possibly a fourth one with that. Is there a heaven or hell one?
An abandoned building in Arkansas, reputed to have links to satanic rituals.
And why is it linked to satanic rituals? This answers no questions.
In the window of the room structure.
Satanic panic
So first
in
we'll
the
take a look
80s
at that
where it was
footage.
just
Everything
teenagers
has
being
satanic
teenagers.
stuff. There's that woman. There's the cat. There's the picture
With the Matrix thing.
with the Matrix scene. If you think it's anywhere in the center, it's not. It's way over there in the corner
Yeah.
that I can't see. No, I cannot see what you see.
Until you point it out, and then even then it just looks like...
It looks like, you know what it kind of looks like? It looks like a clown with a giant red nose. And then, like, the hair.
Yeah, it does.
Now it's a clown.
After witnessing that presence, Robert went home and experienced a series of unexplained events, and believed that something from the hotel may have manifested in his home. The first
Satanic
incident
panic.
occurred when he was
Satanic
standing in the
panic.
bathroom, and a horrifying hand with claw-like nails came out of the darkness and tried to grab him. Robert jumped back, and whatever it was disappeared. On another occasion, he
I
was
can't
laying in
see
bed
anything that he's trying to talk
when he
about
saw
now.
what looked
Yeah.
like a black figure just standing over him in his room. Out of fear, he covered his head with the blankets, and then felt like someone sat down next to him on the bed. He quickly pulled the covers back, but nothing was there. Other strange things have occurred, including the lights flickering and electronics shutting off out of nowhere. Roberts got so freaked out, he decided to call the team in to investigate, and this is what they captured.
I was also saying that hotel is way too small.
Yeah.
And that's very loud.
Did you see that there was definitely something? The team have no idea who or what that was, but are convinced it's linked to the Montagny Hotel investigation and the strange
Did it move when
activity
he
Robert
moved?
is experiencing in his
I
apartment.
was trying to figure that out.
No, it moved before he did.
If you want to
Yeah.
check out the Para Evidence
See,
channel,
he's still
the
there.
link is in the description of this video.
I was like, because if there's some sort of mirror over there, that'd make more sense. But no, all right, fine. I believe you. I don't believe that's
Gamekeeper
picture,
Ghost
but I believe you.
News. This next experience was sent in by Michael. When Michael was around 11
Okay,
years old,
now we're caught
he and
up
his
to where I
mother's
realized
ex-partner,
that I was not recording.
went to collect some firewood for his mum's aunt in a wooded area near Rousham in Oxfordshire, England. It was around 4 p.m. in winter time, so it was beginning to get a bit dusky. They arrive in a van and start loading up the wood. When they finish, they decide to have a little wander, and they walk along a trail that a local farmer has cut through the trees. As they venture deeper into the woods, Michael glances around and sees a man standing ahead of them, pointing a rifle at something. Slightly alarmed, Michael calls to the man, but there is no response from him. Michael looks back at X and asks him if he could see the man, and he nodded. Michael continued walking until he was just a few feet to the right of the man, and he continued to call out but got no answer. The man appeared almost statue-like, and greyish in colour. There was no movement from him at all, just a blank expression on his face and a piercing stare. When he glanced back at X, he noticed the colour had drained from his face, and he had a look of panic in his eyes. At that moment, X freaked out and started to sprint away. Michael called him to stop, but he kept on running. When the two calmed down, they cautiously walked back to where they first saw the figure, but he was gone. He had vanished without a trace. It's worth pointing out that if he had walked or run away from the scene, Michael and X would have heard him, as every dead twig and leaf crunching underfoot echoed around those woods. As the two walked back to the van, X grabbed Michael and told him not to mention what had happened to anyone. Michael did as he was told, but the incident stayed with him. Not long after, X and his mum split up. Then about 20 years later, Michael bumped into X and they began talking about what happened that day. Both men recalled the same thing, so Michael knew it wasn't just a childhood imagination. Michael has a clear memory of the man, who was around 50 to 60 years old with a curly moustache, dressed in some sort of old uniform. After doing some research, Michael found out that the area is reputed to be haunted by the apparition of an old gamekeeper who is said to still patrol the woods and countryside, carrying his shotgun, apparently not realizing he is long dead. Could it have been the ghost of the gamekeeper that Michael witnessed as a child? What do you think?
See, again, if you like his storytelling, he's really, really good. Like, I had no responses to any of that because it's just engrossed in the story for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I wish there was, like, visual evidence. I know this is, like, encounters that his viewers experience, so it could just be stories, it could be videos, whatever, but, like, I kind of wish. The next one, by the way, that I have set up is a bunch of pictures, and, I want to see how much of that is matrixing or how much of that we actually believed. So that one's just like a experiment. Anyways, going on.
Bogdan sent in this next photo. He lives in Transylvania in Romania.
Ooh.
And on a visit to the notorious Hoia Baciu forest, he thinks he captured something lurking behind a tree. Now we have
Is that from a video game? Was that?
Captured something lurking behind a tree. Now we have featured Hoia Baciu forest before. Something lurking.
Are the graphics of this game just that good?
Hoia Baciu forest. He thinks he captured something lurking behind a tree. Now we have featured Hoia Baciu forest before, as it's been labelled the.
If that's the game, let me know.
Forest. The forest covers thousands of acres and is often referred to as the Bermuda Triangle of Romania.
I don't play spooky games.
The paranormal activity and events that have taken place in ranging from ghost sightings, unexplained apparitions, faces appearing in photographs, and even UFO encounters. And over the years, legends of the forest have been passed through the generations.
No, that's definitely a video.
Locals fearful of entering the area. What puts this forest on
It's the movement. It's the movement that I can't figure out.
Seem to be affected by whatever is going on there. The vegetation often grows with strange, unexplained appearances. There is even an almost perfect circle deep in the woods, where vegetation simply will not grow at all. The soil has been analysed, and there is no reason why this could be happening, and many believe this circle, deep in the forest, is home to the paranormal forces that haunt the place, so it has quite a reputation. While on Friday the 20th of August 2021, some of Bogdan's friends were visiting him.
No, that's a game.
And wanted to see the forest, so they went there that afternoon. Bogdan had visited the forest before, but had never had any creepy encounters or witnessed paranormal events, except for the feeling of being watched. The friends ended up deep into the forest, with the purpose of getting to the round meadow.
That's a game.
Which is
That's
the weird
totally a
part of
game.
the forest where trees do not grow. On the way there and the way back, they took photographs and videos of the trees, joking around that they may capture something.
Ooh,
The next morning, Bogdan decided to post some scenery pictures to his Instagram and wanted to include one from the forest. But when he looked through the photos, he noticed an unusual form that didn't look like a tree trunk. When he zoomed in, he got creeped out by something that looked very much like a human, only that its head and arms seemed to be transparent. Bogdan has not edited anything in the photo except for adding the red mark. Now, has he actually captured something, or is this a case of pareidolia?
I think it's a case of pareidolia.
Yeah,
Because
that's what
I
it's-
don't see anything.
I just see tree trunk.
I see tree trunk or... No, I see tree trunk.
Yeah.
It's pareidolia.
What do you think?
There's a 90% chance your phone is already infected with this. There's a new groundbreaking discovery.
Okay, thanks. I'll take that 90% chance.
Jessica. Jessica has been plagued by paranormal activity in her home ever since her
Murder
daughter was
Snake.
born 7 years ago. Here is her account of what has been happening. When Jessica brought her new baby home from the hospital, her and her partner started noticing small occurrences around their apartment, such as lights going on and off, things moving, and shadows on walls when no one was there.
It's because you drink that much Fireball.
At first they chalked it up to sleep deprivation with a newborn. However, things got weirder when one night Jessica was up around 2 a.m. rocking
Yeah,
her
why do you have
daughter,
2 bottles of
when she
Fireball?
watched a
Hold
loaf
up.
of bread fly off the top of the microwave onto the middle of the
Back
floor
in my
the
early
kitchen.
20s, but no,
A
not
few days
anymore.
later, Jessica awakened around the same time, only to find her fiance was there too, and the same thing had happened. Bread flew off the microwave and hit the floor. Having him witness the same thing proved she was not going crazy. From then on, things got weirder. When Jessica and her fiance first moved into the apartment before their daughter was born, one of the electric burners on the stove didn't work.
Okay,
but
wait,
they left the apartment.
side note.
From then on,
Imagine
Having
being
him-
like commissioned to like walk down this hallway. Like, hey, we got to do a scary. What are they called? Stock footage.
Yeah.
Walk down that hallway. Have fun.
the same thing proved she was not going crazy. From then on, things got weirder. When Jessica and her fiance first moved into the apartment before their daughter was born, one of the electric burners on the stove didn't work, but they never called to get it
It's
fixed.
because
they
electric
never
burners
used
suck.
However, after they brought the baby home, one night it randomly started working again and turned itself on to medium. They also started having brand new light bulbs just pop and stop working. Jessica said she never felt threatened, but thought that whatever it was just wanted to make its presence known. The family thought moving would stop the activity, but when they moved, it moved with them. About a year later, they moved again to a house a close friend had been living in without incident, but all the same occurrences happened. And even things like light switches themselves would stop working or refuse to work for days
if
and then
do it?
start working again, a problem the owner swore had never happened
What was that?
before.
What's that, Evelyn? Elsa, welcome.
Next, the family moved to Phoenix, Arizona, a completely different state, but yet
Oh, you
again,
gotta
all
walk
the
down
same
that
things
hallway
happened.
again.
At this
jeez.
new house, a wall plug exploded and almost caught the house on fire, and a large mounted mirror in the bathroom fell from the wall. After 2 years, they moved again to where they
I'd
live
do
today,
it.
and the activity continued.
Oh, I'd do it. Okay,
Fans
that
would
makes
come on
sense.
and off. Dogs will bark at nothing, balloons float around oddly, and lights flicker in weird ways. In this house, Jessica managed to capture one of the incidents on video. At the time, their aircon was broken, so they had fans going in the house. Take note of the way the fan is facing when the door starts to move by itself.
Ooh, yeah, video.
Heck yeah.
That's a big old boy.
That fan?
Oh my god.
Pretty weird. Jessica and her family have no idea what has followed them since the birth of their daughter 7 years ago.
That's it?
They didn't have any
Just the
relatives
door
pass away
moving.
close to her birth, and Jessica did some research to see if someone died around the time she was born in the hospital, and wasn't able to confirm that either. To this day, the activity persists, although it is good to know they do not feel threatened, just perplexed as to what is going on.
Yeah, for now.
If any of you have experienced anything similar, or have any answers for the family,
How many
I'm
stories
sure they
have we
would
heard
greatly
on Two
appreciate
Girls,
it.
One Ghost where they're like, yeah, no, I don't feel threatened, and then it got worse.
Yeah.
Creepy Gerald mask. When
Ooh,
Rob was a
masks.
child, he owned a mask which he believed was haunted or otherwise sentient in some way. When
Oh,
he was
shit.
6 years old, his school day began with an announcement from his teacher that his class were going to put on a play for the school at the end of the week, telling the story of a popular children's book at the time, Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre. Rob was chosen for the role of the giraffe, Gerald, and the class set to work that morning making masks for their roles. These masks were cardboard headbands with the animals' faces attached, and Rob's was a cute, nervous-looking giraffe face with 2 wide eyes. This is the character portrayed in Rob's mask. Rob loved the mask, and after the play he took it home with him and proudly displayed it on a shelf in his bedroom. That was when the mask began acting oddly. Whenever Rob was in his room, the mask would stare at him. It would actually turn on the shelf to face him and stare, and although Rob never witnessed the mask actually moving, at times he would
Is that
start
the
in
actual
doorway,
mask? Because
looking at
that's
the mask,
terrifying.
Yeah.
then take his eyes off it and cross the room, only to look back and see it again, having physically rotated to face him.
And also wonderfully
The staring could
crafted.
have easily been chalked up to a small
And also
child's
what?
wild imagination. That
Wonderfully
wasn't until Rob
crafted.
experienced
Oh,
an
yeah,
event
yeah,
so
for
vivid
kids.
that he knew for certain he didn't imagine it. One day, Rob crossed the landing from his bedroom to the bathroom, leaving his bedroom door
You know what?
open.
Can you close that door?
The shelf with Gerald on was perpendicular to the door, so if the doorway faced north, the shelf faced west. As he turned to close the bathroom door, there was Gerald. The mask had actually fallen askew on the shelf, snagging on an item so it wouldn't fall, and was looking right at him. Not long after, the house would undergo renovations, and Rob moved bedrooms to the larger room next door. During the moving process, Rob asked his parents to put a few things in the attic, the hatch for which was in his new bedroom. Gerald the mask was one of these things. Years later, Rob was asked to go up into the attic to fetch the Christmas tree. He'd forgotten all about Gerald, so he went up without a care.
No,
However,
I would
he
have
got
never
the shock of
forgotten
his
about
life
Gerald.
when he turned on the attic light,
Right.
and there was Gerald sitting on top of a pile of boxes, staring at him once again. That was the last time Rob saw Gerald, and since then he moved 3 times and believes Gerald has got lost in the process. Rob is a grown man now, but often wonders about Gerald. He is a skeptic, but cannot dismiss what happened. All he hopes is that he never encounters Gerald again. Now, we'd love to hear if any of you have had any creepy memories from your childhood, from seemingly haunted objects. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget you can send...
I haven't had anything like spooky happen, but I've had like similar experiences with like dolls and stuff. Cause
Oh, that like move their heads to look at you.
yeah, well, not exactly. I had this Big Bird doll.
Mm.
This is back when I was small. I was small. Probably near elementary. And I had this Big Bird doll, and it was resting up on a shelf, and me and my sister shared a room, and we had 2 beds in the room. Mine was against this wall, hers was against this wall, and then our closet was right here, and then there was like shelves up there between like the closet door and the door to the hallway, if you could call it that. It was just like literally a small section where there's doors and doors, but like you could take 1 step and you're out of that area. And if I ever take you to my grandma's house, you'll see it because that's where we used to live. And on that shelf that I could look from my bed because my pillow was against that wall, was that Big Bird doll. It was just chilling up there. And I was crying one night, and I don't know why I was crying. I think I was small, so I don't know why, but I was crying because I really needed to go to the bathroom. But I didn't think I was allowed to get up out of bed because usually your parents always trying to keep you in bed to make you go to bed. So in my head, I was just, I didn't want to get out of bed, but I really needed to pee, but I didn't want to wake up my parents. So I was just in this mental struggle. So I was crying. And I was crying, and I was crying, and I was crying. But I was crying silently. I wasn't doing that loud crying because I didn't want to get in trouble for waking up my parents or for not being asleep when I should have been asleep, whatever. And I looked up at that doll, and I was crying, and I remember like squinting my eyes towards it right before I like rubbed something away, like tears or something, I don't know. And he was next to my bed in full Big Bird next to my bed, trying to comfort me for like a second. I saw that, and then he disappeared. And I was just like, after that, I stopped crying, and I was completely distracted. Trying to see if I could make him come back. I couldn't make him come back, no matter how many times I squinted my eyes or anything like that. It never happened again. But like that's the most similar thing. My mom eventually woke up and came like into my room. I guess she was coming in to check on us, and she was like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "I really need to go to the bathroom." She let me go to the bathroom. Like that was weird. But that was weird. It's like one of the like 2 memories I have of living in that place. That's how long ago it was. I can't remember
Oh wow.
living there. think the other one was a dream, actually, so.
I never know.
No, that's the closest thing I had to Gerald.
We made masks in school, but that's about all I got. They looked cursed because you put like Vaseline
All
on your face and then you put
Children's
the
crafts is cursed.
yeah, like it was the face masks that you put Vaseline on your face and then you
Like-
put the like terry cloth or whatever and like actually made a
That's
mask.
wild.
And mine had the nostrils but no mouth. Because you could leave the mouth open or not.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to just let it on there and dry. And my mom was there helping, and they looked cursed. I have no idea where it went. Wasn't cursed or anything. It just looked it because it's a child's face. And
Maybe
for mache.
Maybe it was a good idea you didn't keep that mask then. Because it sounds
could
terrible.
still be at the house, just like up on the shelf in the garage that we haven't been on since we moved in there in 2004. No, because we did it in 5th grade. Yeah, I have no idea where that mask went. It probably got tossed, but like it
Here's hoping.
looked scary. Mine glue in the dark too. Like
That's cool. That would have been fun as a
Yeah,
kid.
because you could paint it however you wanted. So like everyone painted it differently. I think at the time I liked pink, so I put it pink and then put glow in the dark over the top of it. But
That's
it
fun.
had the eye holes and the nose holes, and it just
That's
sat
it.
on the shelf.
What was even the point of it?
Send in your
I
own
don't
story,
remember.
videos and images to mystory@top5.co.uk.
Okay. So this one's the scary ghost photographs that will send shivers down your spine. We'll find out how many shivers we've got, or if it's just back pain.
Definitely that one.
Oh. Okay. Spooks time.
Welcome back to another video of the Creepy Marathon Month. We hope you're enjoying all these scary videos.
I think this one's
For
his
what
friend.
is the best time of the year.
Side note, him and his friend do the Spotify creepypasta
Like podcast thing.
Yeah, what is it? I can't even. Yeah. Storytelling. The creepy. What's the word I'm looking for? It's gonna bother me.
I'm trying to think of what you could be speaking about, but I'm not sure.
Like, they re-say the. I don't know.
Retelling?
The retelling of the creepypastas, I guess. Why do you keep changing modes?
I was wondering that too. I was like, did I do it? Did I knock something earlier? But I haven't even moved this time, so it's not me.
Sorry. I'm battling some lights back here.
I'm battling my bangs because
Mine does this weird split down the middle, and no matter how many times I try to get it to stop, it won't.
I think we cut too far over because I always have like a whole section that just wants to stay on this side, and then I just washed it so it's all over the place.
Stay on that mode. Okay.
Yeah. Now, we're sure you love a good ghost image or story and are happy to embrace anything supernatural. Of course, there are some questionable things out there, but every now and then we see images and videos that seem to defy explanation.
This is
They
good
don't
stock
appear to be
image.
trick photography
Yeah.
or hoaxes. They genuinely appear to have caught something. In this video, we'll take a look at 5 images and videos that purport to have caught spirits of the dead. Now, whether or not they are cases of pareidolia, that's up for you to decide.
Oh, I will.
And in order to do so, hit those likes.
Is this just like
Sit
Resident Evil
and enjoy.
stock footage as well?
Flint Castle apparition. Flint Castle in North Wales is the earliest and most unusual of Wales's English-built castles. Building began on the castle in 1277 by order of King Edward I.
How are you feeling
Its
now,
unique design
by the way, Evelyn?
incorporates
You feeling
a
any better?
solitary round donjon tower, isolated from the rest of the inner ward, that is surrounded by its own moat and accessed via a drawbridge. So it was essentially a castle within a castle. Its unusual design was the first of Edward I's iron ring of fortresses he built across North Wales to subdue the Welsh. However, 122 years later, King Edward's great-great-grandson, King Richard II, became embroiled in a fight for the throne, with his cousin and childhood playmate, Henry Bolingbroke. Bolingbroke held King Richard II at Flint Castle before escorting him back to London, where Richard admitted defeat and abdicated. He later died in captivity, allegedly of starvation. King Henry IV's reign began, and Richard's sad fate was forever immortalised in Shakespeare's play Richard II. Flint Castle was held by the Royalists until it was finally captured by the Parliamentarians in 1647 after a 3-month siege. To prevent its reuse in the conflict, the castle was then damaged in accordance with Cromwell's destruction order.
And what do you mean for
so
some
it has
reason?
quite a history. Today, the ruins of the castle are a popular tourist spot, although despite its history, it is not usually known for
Oh,
its
that's
paranormal
wild to
activity.
have something that
However, in August
I guess that's
2021,
normal over there.
a father and his
Yeah.
young son visited the castle
Big
and
old
took some
castle in the
photographs
middle
as
of
they
the
walked
city.
around.
Yeah, which would
When they
be so
got home
fucking
and looked through the
cool.
snaps,
Mm-hmm.
the father was shocked to see this figure on the grassy area in front of one of the castle walls.
That thing over
He
there?
was sure there was nobody else in the area at the time.
Are we talking about this?
The photograph was shown to a
Yes.
local paranormal investigator who believes it's the apparition of a woman, possibly holding a book in her arms. The investigator has visited the castle herself, and although she has never captured anything on camera, believes there is some kind of energy there.
I think that's
do you think?
pareidolia.
It looks like a statue.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley from Amaze, and this is it. Last chance to win
I
this
don't want-
stunning.
I don't
four-
want to win things, Amaze. Please stop. I've been sick for a week and a half. I've never sick for
Rocking
more than
Bambi
2 days.
poltergeist.
Oh, okay.
There is something creepy about toys that move by
You
themselves.
might be just like
especially if it's in the
stuck
middle
right
of the
now
night
because
and no
of
one else is around.
everything that you're going
This next
through.
footage was caught on CCTV in
Ew.
2017 at Barnsley Antique Centre, South Yorkshire.
Chris would
in
love
UK.
this image.
The shop owner arrived one morning to see an old Bambi rocking toy he had on the showroom shelf had mysteriously moved, and he found the 1960s toy crashed on the shop floor. As nothing else in the shop had been touched, he was curious to see what had caused it to fall, and quickly rewound one of the store's 24-hour CCTV cameras.
Oh, snap.
is what you
CCTV. That's
discovered.
on the bingo card. He's also got a stormtrooper.
Yeah. Hmm.
Wait, is this supposed to be an image? That was
Video.
violent.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Apparently,
he was
it's not the
slowly
first time
doing
the
it.
shop has been plagued by unexplained events. Customers have complained
Unexplained
of hearing
events.
voices whispering in their ears as they browse around. And on one occasion, a cabinet exploded for no reason. The shop owner also told of a particularly creepy incident involving his 11-year-old daughter, who ran screaming from the shop basement, claiming that something down there tried to grab her. The location of the shop may have something to do with the activity, as back in the 18th century it was the site of an old mill, and apparently the mill owner hung himself in the spot where the rocking Bambi was found. The shop also
Yeah.
once sold baby clothes, and some believe that it may be the ghost of a child or children
Yeah.
who used to
I was
visit the
wondering
shop
if it was
that are
like
responsible for the strange occurrences.
going to rock off, but
What do
no,
you
it
make
looked
of
like it was just slightly rocking and then pulled off.
Yeah.
But I thought there were supposed to be images. That's not an image, that's a video.
lies
You're
beneath the
lying
toy
to
of
me,
the
top
inventor?
fives.
This next photo we found curious. It was captured by Bill,
It's fine.
a former head teacher
I'll-
from Greater
I
Manchester
accept your
in the
lies.
UK. Bill was taking photographs in an alleyway that runs under the 121-year-old
Something, I
Hall
love
in
the way you
Bolton.
lie. That's
The
a
area
song,
where the
right?
photo was taken
Yep.
has a reputation as being haunted,
Rihanna.
with
Eminem,
reports
Rihanna.
of spooky voices and spectral touches on shoulders from unseen
That's
hands.
funny.
And some believe the venue, which is home to Bolton
Oh, there's a
Methodist
piano
Mission,
in there.
is haunted by a ghost called
Oh.
Ada, a member of the church in the 1950s. However, few explore beneath
Oh,
the
there's
building, an area that lays with the nearby River Crawl.
Did it say
It's worth
images and
pointing out
videos?
that Bill is not a ghost hunter. He just took a
No,
few
no, it
photographs
did
of
not.
the alleyway and shared them on his Facebook. As he
Don't
thought
you
the
lie to
locals
me.
might find them interesting. And that is when he got inundated with people asking about the ghostly presence in the window that he hadn't noticed. Take a look. Some believe it was a
Did it
ghostly
fall?
childlike figure,
I don't
possibly
know.
a young boy in Victorian
Guys, there's a ghost in my apartment. Oh, yeah, it fell. Okay, bye.
clothing. What do
That
you
tape
think?
isn't very
Is this
good.
a case of pareidolia, or is there something here?
Pretty
So-
sure that's pareidolia because I don't even know what the fuck we're supposed to be looking at.
Are you aware?
Take a look. Some believe it was a ghostly childlike figure, possibly a young boy in Victorian clothing. What do you think?
Oh, okay. I just feel like a face, but I think it's pareidolia. Like, that is.
I'm trying to see what I'm supposed to be looking at. Like, I'm trying to see it. Is it like this lower part? Is it like I see a silhouette here of a face? I see a hood here. Like, I see a tree on a hill.
I can see the tree on the hill. Yeah,
Like
that's
a
what I
head
was
and
thinking.
shoulders?
Like that lower part looks like a head, and then those are the shoulders.
Oh,
Head
yeah,
and
that right
shoulders.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. A tree on a hill. Yeah, I think that's pareidolia because, like,
It does look like a tree on a hill.
I don't see anything. And then this is the archway to a castle way far away.
Was this a case of pareidolia?
It's
Or is this
definitely
something
pareidolia.
Oh, the guy said that it was images and videos at the beginning of the video.
Demon
Okay, well,
called from
he's
London.
lying to us too.
A grandmother from Las Vegas, Nevada.
A
set up
demon? Oh,
motion
snap.
activated
I
camera
like
in her
demon
children's
videos.
room at her
Oh,
son
yeah. I'm
Ryan's
supposed to be
house.
sitting up so I can
After
get
he
some of the
reported
light
a
on my
2-year-old
face.
boy number, had been heard pleading "Go away" to an unseen person during the night. But when she checked the footage from the room a few days later, she was horrified when she saw this terrifying image of a demonic-looking figure standing inches away from Amber and her 7-month-old brother Michael. At the time, everybody in the house was asleep, so it couldn't have been anyone of the family who had entered the room.
Okay, how are we explaining this one away now? Because I just think this is fake AF. The one thing I do like about Nukes over top fives is that Nukes puts on things that I think he honestly believes is real.
Yeah.
Where even sometimes I'm just like, come on, Nuke, you're better than this. But top fives just puts up whatever.
Yeah, that looks pretty.
Yeah. That one's bad.
And it bore no resemblance to them anyway. The grandmother was convinced whatever it was had demonic features, and she tried to rid her son's home of the evil presence by burning
Ah,
oils,
dang it.
but claims when she did so, the cabinets and curtains opened and closed, and music began to play by itself.
I mean, it is almost 3 a.m.
It's not
in
the
that
first
video.
time something strange had shown up on the security
Oh,
camera.
snap.
Previously, orbs had been seen flying around the same room.
It was
The family
preparing
was so
for
freaked
3
out by
a.m.
the figure, they have now moved the children out of that room. There doesn't seem to be any history to the house. That is only about 20 years old, but
There's
the family
never
are
history
concerned
to the
that there is a
house.
dark presence in the home. Some have suggested
There's
it's the
either
spirit of a
tragic
dead relative
history
coming
or
to visit the
no
new additions
history.
to the family, and that such apparitions are a common occurrence. What do you think? Kitchen Devil. In 2020, Reddit user UOopieSpoopyMan posted an image to Reddit with a
Spoopy,
caption.
spoopy.
After hearing taps and noises from my kitchen, I took a photo and see this. Initially, users couldn't really see the problem, but when they
Yeah.
zoomed in, they could see this. The chilling looking face poking around the corner is not known to the man who lives in the apartment
Oh,
with his
okay.
3 friends
Okay.
who were out at the time.
You can see it. You can actually see it better on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are probably seeing it better than we are. Cause like if you zoom in, it just gets weirder.
Yeah.
The image garnered more than 1,000 comments on Reddit, with most agreeing if it was genuine it was terrifying. The man responded saying he wished it was fake, but not everyone was convinced, and some argued it looked like a mask or someone standing behind the door.
I'm thinking
Some believed the image
pareidolia
had been
again.
edited. In an update to the post, the man thanked everyone for their
See.
concern and said he had decided to move out to the flat and stay with his parents for a while.
That works. You can do
Now,
that too.
It's hard to tell if this is a prank or a genuine photograph and experience. What do you think? So that's it for this video. We hope you've enjoyed these 5 terrifying ghost images.
Man, I do really enjoy top fives. I do enjoy his videos. This one is funny every single time. 5 terrifying Ouija board horror stories. Don't play with Ouija boards. Just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't. No Ouija boards. But yeah, those are really like the only ones that had like anything in it. This one, I still really want to watch with you because I don't think you've watched this one yet, have you?
I don't think so. I've watched some top 5s, but not as much as Nuke's.
Yeah, his stuff with what's it called? He does like some like documentaries and stuff. Oh wait, over here. No, stop. He does documentaries.
Our goal.
Stop. He's got a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
And then one of them is the real Men in Black,
If you use
which is really, really good. But this is more geared towards aliens, unless you want to watch it now, because I mean we have time.
Up to you.
Yeah, F it. Let's watch it now. This
Needs
one's
to
really
remove
good.
earwax. Get rid of them right now. There's even a warning on the box telling
Yeah, we all know that. Thanks. Okay, bye.
The Men in Black. Everyone who's heard of them can't help but be fascinated by their
As you can tell, this is an older video where he doesn't have great quality recording stuff, but voice still great.
secrecy. And anyone who's tried doing research on them will know that, real or not, there really is a lack of information out there about their existence. Now,
And the
most people's
accent.
perception of them comes
The
from the
accent
famous
is always
movie The Men in
great.
Black, or even the observers from Fringe. But in this video, you'll see that the real thing is far more terrifying than how they are portrayed in the media. In real life, it's believed they dress in black suits and come into your home uninvited, or bump into you in the street to tell you that what you thought was an alien craft or alien being was just your imagination running wild. It wasn't really there, so do not go spreading it around to your friends or family, or we will bring you nothing but harm. They are said to work with or for the government, and apparently often claim to be representatives of the Nation of the Third Eye, either as government officials or some part of the military service. Their appearance is believed to be somewhat aged-looking, with their black suits, hats, and sometimes glasses. Those who believe they have been contacted by them say that it's not their clothing that disturbs them though, but their unusual facial features and odd behaviour. In 80% of believed reports, they have been described as having no facial hair, large unhuman eyes, bizarre movements, and monotone robotic voices. This has led many to believe that the Men in Black might not actually be men in black, but instead extraterrestrial beings working alongside the government, trying to keep secrets from getting out. If you have seen the video I made about believed Men in Black encounters, you will
It's the
know that
aliens
visits
from
from
Area
them date back to
51
the Maury
working with
Island
Area
incident
51.
in 1947. But since then, there have been hundreds of believed visits from them, 5 of which I talked about in that other video, such as Albert K. Bender's encounter, in which men dressed in black harassed and threatened him after he was going to publish what he believed was strong evidence of alien sources, leading to him closing down his publications. Right up to the famous actor Dan Aykroyd.
I think this is a video I wanted.
There is a question we have all asked. Are we alone in this universe?
Because I'm
Well,
watching
despite
that and
our
I'm like, I don't
ever-increasing
feel, this
technology and
doesn't feel as
knowledge,
familiar.
We do not have a definitive answer to that question. Now, there are 2 very strong and popular signs of believed alien life, and that is the WOW signal and the Black Knight, but I have already mentioned those in previous videos, so here are 5 of what people say prove or strongly suggest that we humans are not alone. The link between ancient Egypt and extraterrestrials has long been discussed, and we are all familiar with the speculation about alien intervention when it comes to the Egyptian pyramid design and construction. But whether you believe in that theory or not, there is one thing that people swear shows strong signs aliens did visit
Side
Earth
note, I
during
do
those
not.
times.
I
The
do
Egyptian
believe in
hieroglyphics,
ancient
which are
or
literary
civilization,
characters in
though.
a symbolic
than we
alphabetic form
think.
of writing, and one of the
Yeah.
most interesting discovered hieroglyphics that many say has links with extraterrestrials.
But maybe
is the
that'll be
2,000
for
to
like
3,000-year-old
conspiracy.
so-called Abydos helicopter. It was found in an ancient temple that was built by
Tuesdays?
Seti I and
I
his
don't
son
know.
Ramses II in Abydos, Egypt.
We don't have a day of the week that starts with C.
Now, looking at it, what's the first thing you can spot?
The
Well, there's no
Jetsons
denying
car.
that this looks like a helicopter, this looks like some sort of boat or yacht, this looks like a ship of some sort, and that looks like what many say is a futuristic ship or glider. So this was found on a stone slab that was supporting the ceiling. It was studied and concluded that it was nothing more than an accidental illusion caused by overlapping hieroglyphics, where plaster had been set onto the stone to replace the writing underneath, and that was it. It was sort of left and not talked about again. But there are a few researchers who say there is much more to this. They concluded that if the Egyptians wanted to overlap any existing writing, they would simply replace the limestone. It's believed the hieroglyphics would have been engraved on the ground and then elevated up into position. So if a change needed to be done, researchers say they could have just replaced the block and wouldn't have to replaster it. Then there are those...
Hello, I'm interrupting you guys.
Hello.
Would you guys like Dutch bros?
Yes.
Yes?
What do you guys want?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't know I'd get this far.
Hold on. Got the menu.
Text us. Says I'll forget anyway. We have to run to Windcove to get some steel wool and stuff because...
You
Oh my
really
God.
rusted?
No, it's not rusted at all. Like, the surface rust is coming off even more better than I thought.
Uh-huh.
It's just really, really dirty.
Oh, okay.
It's spewed sludge for like 20 minutes.
I should get the pump. Oh no, but then you'd have to. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, you can give me your phone.
Yes. And like, I want the other sticker. I got this sticker. I want this one. But that means I need
Good job.
a latte cold brewer freeze.
Get a latte.
Kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know.
We'll just take butter nugget off your hands too, so you guys don't have to worry about
No,
him.
we love him.
Wait,
I
we
wanna
can't
get
text you if you're gonna have my phone.
Erica will text.
Oh yeah, that's even smarter.
Where's the
I don't
binder?
know.
Okay, here's my phone.
Right?
Erica will text.
Okay.
I need to know. Do you have menu?
You know, I probably should have checked.
Because I need
We're
latte.
we're gonna do
Alright, you guys want the cheese in here?
He's fine.
Yeah, they're all fine. We actually closed the door because you guys were loud, so you could leave it open now.
Yeah.
But actually leave it open because the windows are open here, so they'll slam close, and I don't want one of them to get caught in that.
Oh, okay.
I'll put the liver pack. I'll keep it open.
Drink
Okay,
menu.
I need
Okay.
a latte, a freeze, or something else.
I guess what would the latte be under?
I don't know. That was my thing.
Oh, that's right there.
Espresso and water. Ugh.
Yeah. Extras. Okay, well let's look at the freezes.
Okay. Oh, they have a lot of different flavors in the freezes.
They do.
Which one is going to taste the least coffee? Maybe a flapjack.
Toasted mellow.
Snickerdoodle. Toasted mellow. Is that Mel?
Mal is a lightly toasted mellow. Oliver is a fully toasted mellow. Spooky's a burnt mellow.
Butter nuggets somewhere in between.
Evelyn says to bring me something strong. Honestly, the only thing I could think that would taste less like coffee is the Snickerdoodle, just because of the amount of stuff that's in
Yeah.
it. Everything else has like maybe like a pump of that and a pump of that, or something like that. If it's a pump of all this minus the cinnamon sprinkles, it's just gonna go on top. Pump, 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 pump.
Oh, and you can have them add only half the coffee. That's good to know. Because I generally don't get their coffee drinks, but I need it for the sticker.
Yeah, I haven't been able to go. I actually had to spend almost all my points just on free drinks because we haven't been able to afford it recently.
Yeah, same here. We've been doing free drinks too.
So it's been a struggle. So yeah, I spent all my points, so I can't get a free drink anymore, and I haven't been able to get any of the stickers yet either.
See, the one sticker is for Rebel, and so I did that. The pumpkin one with the cat
All of my
right there. I want the fall vibes one too, but that one requires, I think, a pumpkin drink, which I could get a pumpkin brulee, caramel pumpkin brulee.
I got that. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool.
I don't have that one. I have the kitty.
Wow, I didn't realize I had this many stickers.
I have quite a few too. See, that's the one I want.
I have it.
How do you have it?
Well, I did go recently. I didn't. I didn't get this. I didn't get an energy drink.
Oh, but you got.
But I got
coffee?
the brulee, yeah. Which is actually pretty good.
What was it?
The
No, you got the fall one, the caramel pumpkin brulee.
yeah, I got that.
Did it give you both?
It must have, because I didn't have this
Well,
before.
then just tell them to give me a caramel pumpkin brulee and we'll try that.
Blue Rebel on the church carrot by a cold brew latte or freeze.
See, that's what it was telling
Brulee,
me.
probably the freeze. The caramel pumpkin brulee freeze.
Okay. Text them to get me that. And then whatever you want as well.
Pumpkin brulee freeze. And then I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. I kind of want something hot.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but if I get stickers, I will go cold.
But
I had a hot Christmas morning chai the other morning. It was so good.
the Christmas morning chai is so good.
They hit the spot. So I like it both hot and cold, and we've been getting hot chocolates because of the weather.
Yeah. Oh yeah, see, there you go.
There we go.
And we just don't pay attention to our favorite place ever.
Oh, the latte. The cinnamon oat milk latte would work. If you go over. Iced cinnamon swirl oat milk latte. Jesus Christ.
Do you want that one?
No, I'll go with the pumpkin one. You said it's pretty good, and also it'll get me the one, at least one of the stickers that I want.
You know what? Some girls came into my work with this. I'm gonna try that. So the
Pumpkin pie frost? Ooh.
pumpkin pie frost.
Yeah.
Those are two different drinks. Because I literally just said caramel pumpkin brulee freeze pumpkin pie frost, like just
Okay, there you go.
yeah, just like that. Like no differences in them. Like I'm pretty sure Chris is like thinking, okay, that's one drink, the caramel pumpkin brulee freeze pumpkin pie frost.
Yeah, strong coffee isn't for me either. It doesn't really make my stomach hurt, but I don't like the taste as much.
I just don't like the flavor.
I can only do coffee really if I make it myself, because then I can make it as not coffee flavor as I want.
This much coffee, this much everything else.
Sean has a theory that how you drink your coffee is when you started drinking your coffee. So the sweeter you like it, the earlier in age you started drinking it.
Okay, Sean, that is objectively false. And I know you're not watching me, but I'll tell you why. Chris started drinking coffee, I think in like high school, but he enjoys his coffee black.
Oh, that's because Chris is a psychopath.
I started drinking coffee when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
I drink mine with way more sugar. But okay, but here's the thing though, because I do both. If I don't get a bunch of sugar and water and milk and all this mixed syrups and stuff in it, I'll get it black with like not even a full pump of creamer. One or the other. Like I don't like that one. That's mostly what I use when I just need to be awake.
See, and I can't do black coffee ever.
Mm-hmm.
I started drinking it in about middle school. And she would put, it was to wake us up when we were hunting. A friend's mom would do this. She would put half coffee, half hot chocolate in a cup and hand it to us to wake us up. Because it was like
That's fair.
the butt crack of dawn.
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay. And so I started drinking it that way. And then I really like mine like real sweet. Like so sweet that Jason could drink it. And Jason doesn't like coffee.
And then my sister started drinking coffee at like 12, and she drinks hers any which way she can think of. Like she'll
sister.
put whatever
she
in
likes
it.
hers more like she started drinking it about the same time I did, and she likes it darker.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just your tastes, honestly.
Yeah, Sean, you're lying. You're a heathen.
Because I was like, oh yeah, I like mine really sweet, and he's like, you started drinking it young, didn't you? And I was like, yes. Yes, I did. But I just the coffee flavor. It's
Coffee's
just not my
gross.
jam.
Coffee scents are good. I have a coffee scented soap, and that smells delicious. Which I don't know if you've seen the soaps in there, but those are soaps that smell really good in my bathroom. There's like a, just bring them over here. I'll let
It's
you
like-
smell them.
This keeps almost trying to fall off my head.
That's because your head is small.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you already smelled it because this is the same place that I got your.
like mine.
Yeah.
Ooh. I like this one. I like
That
the
one
one you
my
got me
favorite
too.
Just so you can see, these are the soaps we have. It's like a key lime pie.
Yes, another small-headed friend.
And this one's like a donut with a watermelon in the center.
Yeah, it's like Sour Patch Kids watermelon.
Mm-hmm. They smell so good.
She got me
And so I
one
have
too.
them like vibing in the bathroom, in the guest bathroom, so that nobody uses it.
The kittens abound. Spooky. Come here. Hi, buddy.
Side note, Evelyn, do you need a hamper? I have a hamper and I'm trying to get rid of one because me and my husband got another hamper, so we don't need this one now.
We've already taken one.
Because we gave them one because we had 2 hampers. We actually need 3 because we separate ours into 3 different. We're not talking about laundry. We're gonna watch this.
Who do not believe it has anything to do
If
with
you need a
ancient
hamper,
technology.
it's the long one.
They say if there were vehicles like the ones believed to be shown, then surely there would be a lot more evidence of them and not just on one single inscription. So what do you think of these mysterious...
Which is why there should be more than like no references of who built the pyramids. In none of the hieroglyphics that we found have there been any reference to them building pyramids. Side note.
hieroglyphics?
Driving me crazy.
Is it proof aliens came down during the ancient Egyptian years, or is it nothing more than a coincidence?
Only if you need it.
Astronauts. It's always fascinating when an astronaut argues the existence
If
of
you
aliens.
don't, I was just gonna donate
Because if
it.
anyone
'cause
has
it's
more of a chance of
still
seeing
pretty
an
good, still pretty
extraterrestrial,
sturdy.
it's going to be astronauts who venture into space. Now, the rumour is that if an astronaut witnesses a UFO or an extraterrestrial being, they cannot report this to the press. But that hasn't stopped them, because over the years, many astronauts have told of encounters with aliens. In June 1965, when astronauts Ed White and James McDivitt were passing over Hawaii in a Gemini spacecraft, they say they witnessed a strange-looking metallic object with long arms sticking from it. McDivitt took pictures, but he said that it did not capture what he could see properly due to the glare and the grubby window. The rumour is that he also took a video, but this has never been released. McDivitt has said that some UFO promoters did exaggerate the story, but debunkers did also underestimate it. Another sighting by astronauts happened in December of the same year. Gemini
keyboard
astronauts James Lovell and
reacts to
Frank
what's going
Borman
on the
saw an
screen.
unidentified spacecraft some distance from their
I
capsule.
feel like that's why there's
The
pink
Gemini
here.
Control Center told him that he was seeing the final stage of their own booster rocket, but Frank confirmed that he could see the booster rocket and the unidentified object was something completely different, but what exactly it was is a mystery. Now, whether you believe Buzz
See,
Aldrin
it's
and Neil
black around
Armstrong's moon
here
landing
and
was a
then white
hoax
in
or
the
not,
center.
they both
Nice.
apparently reported that aliens have a base on the moon and were told to get off
There's
and
the
stay
moon right
off.
here. There's this
According
the
to
sky.
unconfirmed
I think it's so cool.
reports, both Neil and Buzz saw UFOs shortly after
I'm
landing
sitting here
on the
watching
moon
my
on the
keyboard
21st of
react
July
to the
1969.
screen.
According to former NASA employee Otto Binder, unnamed radio hams with their own VHF receiving facilities that bypassed NASA's broadcasting outlets picked up the
See,
following
there's the
exchanges.
sky. Down here's
What
the
was
moon.
it? What the hell was it?
Anyways.
That's all I want to know. What's there? These babies are huge, sir, enormous. Oh my god, you wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you, there are other spacecraft out there, lined up on the far side of the crater edge. They're on the...
All right, what do you think? Moon landing real or not real?
I don't know. I've never really had an opinion on it.
Because I think it's real. Because I think it's one of the most American things
I think
we could do.
I would say it's real. Like, I've never really thought it wasn't, but I've never also had that much of an opinion.
You think not real? I know that there's been like some proof people have brought up that I'm just like, huh. But I've like never like looked into it.
Same.
I just think like general off the bat, I think it's real. But I mean, I've never looked into it either.
Yeah.
The moon watching us.
The thing that bothers me is that we've never gone back. That's something that I can't like refute or anything. Like I'm just like, yeah, no, we should have been able to go back by now. And I'm a little upset we haven't.
According to former naval officer and Russian UFO researcher, Neil Armstrong relayed the message to Mission Control that two large mysterious objects were watching them after having landed, but the message was censored and never heard by the watching public. NASA's cover-ups. The fact that NASA conceal information from the public has led many to believe that they are aware of the existence of alien life. And one of the most talked about cases of a NASA...
This was filmed before that U.S. military release of all that stuff that happened that everyone just happened to ignore, which I think is weird and dumb.
The cover-up comes from Dr. Edgar Mitchell.
There were
He was part of the
murder
Apollo
hornets to
14
think
space
about.
mission in 1971, and during his 2 lunar missions, he spent 33 hours on the moon. Dr. Mitchell said that he was aware of several UFO visits during his career, but each one had been covered up. He said that workers at the space agency had described aliens as little people who look strange to us. Dr. Mitchell stated that their technology is far more sophisticated than ours, and if they were hostile, we would be gone by now. He is also told that the believed Roswell alien crash of 1947 was real, and the reason it was covered up was because the US did not want the Soviet to know of the craft's technology, and they did not know if the apparent alien being was hostile
Why does
or
everything have to be saucers?
Apparently, officials from NASA have commented on Dr. Mitchell's statements by saying, NASA does not track UFOs and is not involved in any sort of cover-up about alien life on this planet or anywhere in the universe.
Okay.
Interesting.
Dr. Mitchell is a great American.
I could see that. Do you do this at all? Because I feel like this is something you would do.
I have thought about it.
I saw it, I thought about it, and then I was like, but I probably would give up once I couldn't figure it out. But when I was watching one recently, I was like, Ty would be so into this.
So I thought about it. I just haven't bothered to pay for it.
Hello?
Anna, can you do me a huge favor? And use the flashlight that the battery goes into the ceiling fan.
Yeah. Are you sure it's not a... I'm pretty sure it's like a triple or quadruple A. A23? What the heck is A23?
Yeah, what?
Okay, let me go look. You're fine. How did y'all knock this over?
'Cause cat.
23A, yeah. This is 23A. Probably close enough. Let me see it back. He's small.
He's so small.
He needs small things. Like jump around and be small.
Waffles jumps are the funniest thing.
What? Okay.
Share his opinions on this issue. But Edgar continues to claim that aliens and alien craft are real and is positive that we are being watched right now. Another thing people more recently have pointed out is the International Space Station's HD live feed is often cut when objects are seen in space. In 2014, NASA allegedly cut the live feed coming from the Earth viewing cameras mounted on the space station just when a mysterious UFO appeared to hover over the Earth. UFO
Why
watchers
can't we see
claim
the
that the
actual
drop-off in the
video,
live
though?
feeds as soon as a UFO
Right?
comes into view is an obvious and deliberate attempt to hide what they believe
This
are
isn't
regular
what I was
sightings of
planning
alien
on watching
spacecrafts
either.
observed
And now
on
I'm
Earth.
kind of like...
Some say this is the moon or a lens flare, and others
Over it.
believe it's an
I really want to find that video. There we go.
So now I'm pulling that up. There we go.
Is it this one? Has it actually been this one this whole time?
Almost everyone has heard of the Men in Black, whether that's from the popular film or the real deal. And all stories seem
You
to
could tell
start
that as he
with someone
trained
who's been
himself to go
researching or
deeper in
witnessed
his
a
voice
UFO
to get
or an
creepier and
extraterrestrial.
creepier, like
They get approached
Yeah.
by a man or a group of strange men dressed in black
how much
suits
it, like he
who
is
warn them
naturally
not to
changed
speak
his
of their
voice.
event. Well, here are 5 times where people have apparently been approached by these
Who are
mysterious
you?
undercover
Dan
people
Aykroyd.
and have
Who's
since
that?
gone on to tell their
Ghostbusters?
encounters.
He's one of the actors
Albert
from
K. Bender.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, I
Albert
didn't know
Bender's
that.
So, like,
encounter
super
with the Men
into
in Black
paranormal
is one of the
stuff.
world's most popular.
Why is he
He was
there
in the
for
UFO
like the Men in Black UFO stuff though?
I don't know, that gets lumped in with paranormal stuff.
Air Force during
Look at
World
our
War II.
stream.
Was the founder of the International Flying Saucer Bureau and also the editor of a small publication called the Space Review. He became obsessed with UFOs and researched tirelessly for evidence to prove their existence. In 1953, he made a series of discoveries that led him to believe that he'd finally found the truth about a serious UFO cover-up. Excited by
I
what
need
he
to
had
get him framed
discovered,
more.
he
Sorry.
wrote a
Oh,
report
you're okay.
and intended to publish his
Like,
findings
can be
in the
really,
Space
really
Review.
buddy buddy.
Until one day, he claims he was visited by 3 men dressed in black suits who warned him to stop his UFO research and threatened him with prison if he published his findings or told anyone else. Bender was so scared at how they knew of his findings and by the visit that he immediately shut down his bureau, closed his Space Review publication, and ceased all active involvement with the world of UFOs. In an interview with a local newspaper at the time, Bender said the encounter left him scared for his life and unable to sleep or eat for days after his meeting. It's been said that Bender was a changed man after the encounter. He suffered terrible headaches that would almost knock him out and refused to talk about what had happened. There was also a time when he received a strange phone call whilst alone one time. He answered, but no one was on the other end talking, but he could sense someone was definitely there. He said his head began spinning and throbbing, and he felt something telling him that he should stop messing around and researching UFOs. He then heard a strange humming sound before the call ended. A few years later, in 1963, Albert spoke more about his encounter with what he called the Silencers in a book called Flying Saucers and 3 Men in Black. But the details of what he revealed were vague, and the book was regarded as strange and unreadable. That revealed very little in the way of credible
Strange
facts,
and unreadable.
much different from his intelligent publications before his encounter. It did show and start the theories, though, that some Men in Black could actually be
So that's a Doctor Who alien,
Yeah.
but I think they're a really good alien. UFOs are driven by Indians. But yeah, no, this is actually one of my favorite aliens. This one and the David Tennant Angels. Because after Matt Smith, and it's not Matt Smith's fault, I'm just saying, like, in the area, that episodes with Matt Smith, terrible episodes.
Mm.
But David Tennant's Angels, really good. And I refuse to believe that any of the other angels existed in any of the other episodes. But yeah, no, this one's actually a really, really good alien. I like this one. And it's kind of like reminiscent of like Slenderman, but like
Oh. I could see that.
unique on its own. Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
terrestrials. It seems that if Bender did indeed have an encounter with those 3 men,
Which they probably
sure did
were
keep him quiet and had a
inspired
serious
by
effect
the
on
Men
him.
in Black.
He refused to discuss flying saucers
could
with
see that.
anyone,
I
and
could
those who
too.
knew him said he just wasn't the same man. Albert K. Bender took most of his secrets to his
add-
grave when he passed away in 2002.
Have you ever dreamed of winning a home that looks like this?
No.
This, and this? Well, here's your chance.
No.
The Maury Island Incident. The Maury Island Incident takes place with Harold Dahl on June the 21st, 1947. He was on a fishing boat with his son and some other people when out of nowhere they saw 6 donut-shaped objects hovering in the sky above them. The men quickly
Donut-shaped.
returned back to shore where Dahl took some photographs, and they all witnessed one of the...
Is this litter? And is it going up into it, or are aliens littering in our lakes?
I was thinking that the last time they showed this picture in one of the other videos, I was like, is it going up or down?
Yeah, cause like,
And why? Either way, why?
yeah, Rude.
crabs dropping what looked like hot molten metal
no, they're
into the
dropping
water.
them.
As this
Metal?
mysterious substance hit the water, some
Litterverse.
splashed onto the beach and unfortunately killed Harold's dog and badly burned his son.
That's so sad.
After taking his son to the hospital, Dal told his boss, Fred Chrisman, what had happened and gave him the camera.
The poor puppy.
Chrisman developed the
Yeah.
film, and although they vaguely showed the strange airships, the prints were poor and covered in black spots,
Naturally.
so Chrisman did not believe Dal's story. Despite his doubts, Chrisman went to Maury Island to gather some rocks to sample, and whilst there, he claims to have witnessed something that backed up Dal's story. He saw an unidentified object circling above him, as if it was observing what he was doing. But it was actually the day after this when things got interesting. Harold said that after his sighting, he was visited by a man in a black suit who suggested they go to breakfast together to talk. Dal drove his car following this man's all-black Buick to a nearby restaurant. They ordered breakfast, and as they were eating, the man gave Dal a highly detailed account of what
There's
had
a lot
happened
of
to him the day
artists'
before, talking about the
descriptions of
UFOs
this.
and the unknown
Yeah.
substance that was poured into the water.
Artist descriptions,
The man
artist
didn't
renderings.
ask Harold any questions, but when he had finished recalling the incident, he warned Dal that bad things would happen to him and his family if he told anyone about what he had witnessed. Harold told Chrisman of the encounter, and they both kept quiet, until years later they sent some residue from the incident and a detailed letter of the event to a magazine publisher. The magazine founder and a UFO investigator met with Dal and Chrisman to discuss what had happened. Not long after, 2 Army Air Corps officers were sent to interview the men and investigate the scene, but on their way back from the investigation, their plane mysteriously crashed and both men died. It's been said that on board the plane, the 2 officers had some of the strange metal substance that Dal had collected, and also the photographs that he took that day. This led people to think that the plane was shot down in an attempt to cover up what was found. An Air Force and FBI investigation was launched, and both thought that Dal and Chrisman had hoaxed the incident. They were told to confess, or else they would be prosecuted for the resulting death of 2 officers. They both dropped the case, but years later, Chrisman said that everything that had happened was not faked. Some people believe it was all a hoax that went too far and resulted in the deaths of 2 men, and others believe it did indeed happen.
But like,
and
how
Dal
were
was
they at
confronted
fault
by a man
for
in
that
black
plane?
who somehow
Yeah.
knew the exact details of the event just the day after. One thing's for sure though, the FBI and the Air Force had some serious interest.
Hey, wait! I see Boise, Idaho in
I
here.
do too.
The story was related.
Then engaged. Redacted. Boise, Idaho. It's the first to report report sighting the flying disc, and whom redacted had previously contract for. I love things that are redacted.
Looks like blank then engaged blank Boise, Idaho, who was the first to report the sighting of the flying disc whom blank had previously made contact. So it looked like it's a person from
Names,
Boise,
yeah.
Idaho. Came to Tacoma, Washington, July 30th, and arranged to remain the following day, July 31st, with blank in his room 502. Winthrop Hotel, Tacoma, Washington. Also, blank also called to attend a meeting blank on United Airlines, who had reported seeing flying disc fragments. Okay.
in the matter, and it makes you think
Yeah,
that
it's
if
just
both
someone
knew the men
from
in black
Boise,
are
Idaho.
fake,
Yeah.
then surely once Dal said he was confronted by one, they would have known he was faking the story and wouldn't have paid any interest. It's definitely a strange case that leaves you wondering whether the men in black are real or not. But if they are, then how did the man know of Dal's event so quickly, before he even had a chance to make it public? Sitting in a room was a physicist, a biophysicist, a retired professor of electrical engineering, a retired aircraft developer, a physician, and a polymer scientist. They all sat looking at Peter Rojeswitz, a respected professor of humanities and folklore at New York's Juilliard School. For years, he had kept his encounter with the men in black a secret, fearing ridicule and disbelief from his peers, until he finally revealed the details of his strange encounter to the crowd. The professor claims back in 1980 he was reading a UFO book in the University of Pennsylvania library when a man sat next to him. The professor said that it was as if the man had just dropped from the ceiling, as he did not see or hear him come in. He was described as a gaunt, pale man around 6 foot tall, who was wearing a black suit, black shoes, black string tie, and a white shirt. The man started a conversation about flying saucers, but appeared hostile when the professor said he wasn't really that interested in them. The man replied by saying, "Flying saucers are the most important fact of the century, and you're not interested." The professor claims he had to calm the man down as he became extremely agitated. The man in black then left, but before he went, he put his hand on the professor's shoulder and said, "Go well on your purpose." The professor said he was overwhelmed by fear and felt there was just something not right with this man, which left him terrified by the encounter.
Em and I weren't expecting to inherit loving tributes. Just put the clothes
back.
After finally breaking his silence, most of the audience believed his story, and the professor has since spent his years making contact with others who have had experiences with the Men in Black. Although this story is unlike the others, as
Yeah,
Peter
this
did
one
not
sounds like
witness
he's
a UFO
encouraging them.
and was
Yeah.
only reading about them, he is confident in what he is told and believes that was a real Men in Black official who confronted him in that library.
I've never
Wow.
heard of this theory.
Me
You have all
neither.
probably seen this photograph. It was taken in May of 1964
No.
by a Cumberland fireman named
It's
Jim
the one with
Templeton. at
the
Bergmarsh.
astronaut in the background, and you're just
Little
like,
did
why
Jim
is there
know
an
that
astronaut
the
back
photo
there?
would create headlines around
Oh.
the world, and even now it's still featured in articles and many YouTube videos.
And he's like,
It's
I don't
known as
know
the
why there's
Solway
an
First
astronaut in the
Spaceman,
background.
and is a photo of his 5-year-old daughter sat on the grass with what looks like a spaceman in the background. Jim swears that no one was in the area who was dressed like that, and decided to take the photograph to the local police station. They then sent the picture to Kodak, who in turn analysed and confirmed that the camera and the photograph had not been tampered with in any way. They even offered a reward to anyone who could prove it was fake, which has never been claimed. Jim Templeton was receiving letters from all over the world, and the media attention was relentless. But then came his visit. He claimed 2 men dressed in dark, matching suits came to the fire station where he was working and introduced themselves as government officials, codenamed Number 9 and Number 10. He said the men only referred to each other by their numbers and refused to give their names, but they did show an identification badge with a crest and the word security on it. They asked him to take them to Bergmarsh and point
Excuse me, sir, we're security. With security.
out exactly where the photo of his daughter was taken. Jim directed them and was driven to the site in a dark-coloured car. He said they seemed to have
That's
no
just
knowledge
Men
of
in
the
Black.
area, leading him to believe they were not local. Once they all reached the area, the pair asked numerous questions about the day the photo was taken, such as any witnesses, what the weather was like, and other
This
related questions.
spacesuit reminds me of, once again, Doctor Who and the time that they're in the library and people are dying left and right to, like, a shadow. And then when the shadow leaves them, it's just like a skeleton inside the suit. Which episode is that? Oh yeah, Doctor Who. I'm so glad you remembered the name. Rashta.
Oh yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then yeah, when they were dead, it was just like the skeleton inside of it. It would like eat them.
Oh. It's her favorite episodes.
See? I wonder
Then
if
they quickly
I wonder
accused
how
him of
much.
making the whole thing up and got back into their car. Jim thought they were just going to turn the car
wonder
around,
how
but they
much
sped off and left
It's
him.
just these types
He never
of
saw
legends
the men
that
again,
inspire
but this
their
isn't
episodes.
the end of it. The story gets even stranger,
I
and this
didn't
next bit
know they
is
do that with
probably worthy
Supernatural.
for another video. But not long
Mm.
after his encounter, a technician who worked at the Woomera rocket launch site in Australia, where they were testing the Blue Streak missiles, contacted Jim. He had seen the photo and told Jim that he and some colleagues had seen 2 unknown figures identical to the figure in Jim's photo on the security cameras at the launch pad, which resulted in the test being aborted. All this happened only a couple of hours after
Waffles.
Jim took his photo in England. And strangely, the Blue Streak missiles were manufactured at an
Thank you,
RAF
baby.
site just 20 miles from where Jim took the famous photo. It could all just be a coincidence, but it sure does add to the mystery. A year or so later, Jim went back to the original site to take some more photos. And when he picked them up from the same photo developers, they had a note attached to them saying they couldn't be processed. This happened a few times until Jim gave a different name and then they came back developed. Now again, this could just be a coincidence, but it sure is strange. It's certainly an odd story, and one that is not always told with the Solway Firth photograph, which has since sort of been debunked as being Jim's wife, who he was unaware of. But if Jim's Men in Black encounter was real, then it seems they didn't want to scare him like most encounters, as the story was already known worldwide. They just seemed to want to know a little more information that maybe no one else but Jim knew. Dan Aykroyd is most famous for his role in Ghostbusters and the Blues Brothers. But
That
what a lot of
one.
people
Okay,
may
that
not
makes
know
sense.
is that he is an expert on UFOs. He grew up in a family who openly discussed paranormal and unexplained topics, and his grandfather was a mystic and spiritualist, so this is where his love of the unexplained started. In 2005, his interest was captured in a documentary called Dan Aykroyd Unplugged, which showed the world his true passion for UFOs. In it, Aykroyd revealed the depth of his knowledge and intense interest in that field, and a lot of people were surprised with his experiences. He shared many of his stories and beliefs, but one of the most interesting was his encounter with what he believes were the Men in Black. Aykroyd was in the middle of making a television program in New York City and was stood outside taking a break, talking on the phone to Britney Spears about appearing on Saturday Night Live. He looked across and seen some men
I was
in
just on the
black
phone with
suits
Britney Spears,
standing
that's
next
all.
to a black
I'm
Ford
good.
car
Let's go.
just down the
Chill.
road.
Yeah.
Thinking nothing of it, he carried on with his conversation, but saw a very tall man get out from the back seat, who gave him a very intimidating stare. He turned away, still on the phone, and seconds later turned back to look at the car again, but it had vanished. Dan knows what he saw and said the car vanished into thin air. Dan then returned to the TV set he was working on, which just so happened to be about UFOs, that featured an interview with a man who had acquired a large amount of credible witnesses, including retired military officers who claimed they had witnessed UFOs. Strangely enough, 2 hours after his Men in Black sighting, the TV program was shut down and they were told that none of the footage would be aired. The show was of course never finished, and the evidence that was going to be featured remains unheard. Dan Aykroyd's
Naturally.
story is definitely one of the most credible and strangest out
Still
there that really gets you
nothing with
wondering,
that video in
are
it.
we being kept in the dark
now I'm trying
by
to
the
figure
highly
out
secretive Men in Black?
why I am
So
going
that's it for this
insane.
video. I hope
Insane.
you've enjoyed, and next week is going to be the
Because I
start
still
of
can't find the video with those peeps in it.
This superfood
No,
does
shut up.
everything.
It
No, shut
controls
up.
my craving.
Feel better.
No, shut up.
My skin glows.
Go wait. Cool, good for you.
There was a question. My energy is running low. Must go now. Goodbye. Can't. He also told reporters that the man was as bold as an asked him if he could come to the doctor's house to talk to him about the UFO case. He said that he could come around, and after the call ended, Herbert got up from his chair to turn on the lights, and the man was already in his house walking up the stairs. Hopkins was so
What the
shocked at
heck?
how
Where
there
where
are
does this
tons
story
of reports
start?
of people believing they have had encounters with them, like the one told by Dr.
Oops,
Herbert
sorry.
Hopkins,
You're fine.
a respected family physician from Old Orchard Beach, Maine, who was studying
Okay,
a
so he's
UFO
about to
case
tell the
in
story of
September
Herbert
1976, when the phone rang and a man identified himself as a representative of a New Jersey UFO organization. The man asked him if he could come to the doctor's house to talk to him about the UFO case. He said that he could come around, and after the call ended, Herbert got up from his chair to turn on the lights, and the man was already in his house walking up the stairs. Hopkins was so shocked at how he was in the house without knocking in such a short amount of time, and was even more shocked at the man's strange appearance. He said in an interview he wore a
Baby
neatly
cat.
tailored black suit, black
Alright.
shoes, black socks, a white shirt with black tie, and a black hat. He also told reporters that the man was as bald as an egg and had no eyebrows or eyelashes.
I heard the door. I wasn't sure I heard the door, but then I saw the little tiny cat just run across, and I'm like, yeah, the door opened.
Cats are trying to kill me.
Cats. Yay!
These two are yours.
Did you go out barefoot?
No, I just took my sandals off. 2 straws.
I think that's what it is, because this is the darker one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the brulee with the stuff on top. That's the pumpkin pie.
Did you get me the stickers?
physical stickers?
No.
Oh yeah.
My
No,
phone.
I scanned that one for you.
Sweet, thank you.
I thought
He's
you-
like, oh god, there's supposed to be stickers.
I was like, wait, what do you mean stickers?
Yes, I got both
That's
of them.
adorable.
Which one do you want?
So yeah, I got a Twix and a Reese's. Yeah.
I don't
thought
like
you
any of those as much as I like this.
Okay, Chris, you get the Twix.
Sick.
I got 3 Musketeers bar.
Yeah. Let's bring it over.
Yes.
Thank you.
These are so
Are the cats out
these are
or
so
in?
cute. It doesn't matter.
We're
Yeah.
probably gonna be loud, so goodbye.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the thing's in the way.
Yes, I got both of them through that.
Oh, nice.
Okay, you guys have a.
Okay.
Come here, Keith. Baby.
They got us candy.
What else candy?
'Cause they know us so well.
It's candy.
It's candy.
Got the same color straw.
We did. Okay.
Herbert said he could tell the man was wearing lipstick, as when he wiped his mouth with the back of his glove, his lips were smeared and there was red lipstick on his glove.
Why was he
His
wearing
voice was
lipstick?
apparently passive, as if it was a machine, and they began
make
talking
him
about the
look
UFO
alive? I
case
don't
when
know.
this strange man ordered Herbert to destroy all the evidence he had gathered about the case. He apparently got to his feet and said very slowly, "My energy is running low, must go now, goodbye," before steadily walking down the stairs and disappearing. Dr. Hopkins was left terrified and has no idea what happened that night. Another very unique case started on the 14th of October 2009, when 2 witnesses believed they saw a triangular unknown aerial object outside of a hotel, and a UFO case file was opened.
That's
Then,
hilarious.
several weeks later, 2 unidentified men in black visited the same hotel looking for the 2 witnesses who saw this UFO. The 2 witnesses were not there at the time, so the men in black harassed the hotel staff for approximately 30 minutes before leaving. Those who spoke to the men said they were completely bald with no eyebrows or eyelashes. They
Oh,
apparently had
gross.
relatively big, strange eyes and did not blink once whilst talking. Now, there is no real proof whether or not the video footage and reports
Weird.
are a hoax, or whether it really did happen and the men in black are out there trying to keep us from knowing too much.
I have a cheese.
Was that it? Was that the story? The one I've been dying to find?
Baby cheese.
Like I'm in for a quick chat.
Fucking tough vibes. They're both on the same level sometimes. Alright.
Mr. Cheese.
This means
Here.
we should watch a nukes.
Hold on.
We should finish off with a. Actually, I think I added more into this. Yeah, I added these 2 into it, so we should actually. Where is it? Where's the generate button? I do not know. No, not that. See? Ah. Ghosts of Caramel. And then. Oh yeah, print. It's gonna do this. Perfect. And then we're gonna snip. Snipping tool. New. Mark. Your boy Shalom. Your boy Shalom. Have you seen this yet?
No. I heard Jason talking about it with you.
Bingo 4? Bingo 4. So, exit. We're gonna bring this back up. That's important. And then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go to paint. We're gonna open none of these. This is how I got my my new emojis, which only some people can use.
Oh wow.
But yeah, none of these. Pictures. Bingo 4. Open. Meh. And F it, we're just gonna use purple, I believe we're using, and we're using the biggest brush. Net, perfect. Alright. Meh. We'll watch the most recent one.
Just like us, with digestive issues too. That's why we recommend
This is
Royal Canin
loud.
veterinary diets. They
Okay.
That was so very loud.
Can I
Top 10 ghosts caught on camera. Project Paranormal. Paranormal investigator Dave
Did
Jones
I
from
have
the YouTube
Project
channel
Paranormal?
Project Paranormal
This is
sent me
really
an email
loud.
about a video
It's so
he
loud.
received
This is
from a
way
friend.
louder.
Dave's friend says that he's been experiencing disturbing paranormal activity in his historic home in Michigan.
I guess we should review what we have so we can call it out when we see it. Okay, so we have Hispanic ghost. Didn't notice it until later. No one there. Did you hear it? Bad flashlight. Creepy, bizarre, chilling. All these are usually said after. What does he usually say these after? He says he finds something absolutely chilling or something like that. Yeah. And then this is when he says he hears strange noises coming from the other side, right? Fourth Wall is a YouTube ghost hunting group. Did you see it? We got both of them in here.
Yeah.
Viewer submissions, which is a category. Elaborate hoax, which is he says it every single episode, so that's our free space. Shadow figures, don't mess with the dogs. That one's going to be hard. I don't think that one's in this one. It did not go well, which is usually either this or this. CCTV footage, Paranormies as a group. You Decide is usually together with this. I don't remember. I don't think there's a full-blown apparition in this one.
I don't think so.
What appears to be da-da-da-da. Like that's he says literally these words. That's a group. That's a group. Yeah, boys Shao Long and Really Haunted are also groups. These are all groups. Oh boy. I don't think we're getting a bingo this round, guys. All right, I minimized it instead of moving it. All right.
Michigan, a house that was once used as a funeral home. The man says that at all hours of the day and night he hears the sounds of conversations, footsteps, and even the front door opening and closing
legit
on
tastes
its
like
own.
pumpkin pie.
In an attempt to capture some kind of evidence of the strange events, he sets up a camera in his living room and leaves to go to work. When he comes home and checks
I don't
his
know how I feel
footage,
about it.
he is shocked
Because
by
I'm
what
always
he
iffy on
finds.
pumpkin pie. It needs to be really good. I am also out of view.
I can't move.
Oh yeah, this one, which
shadow
looked
figure.
fake AF. I don't know if it's a shadow figure.
A creepy shadow-like
'Cause it
figure
looks
can
like
be
it's
seen walking through the living
shadow-like
room
figure.
and behind the camera.
It looks like it's almost like an apparition. The hair, the face, the clothes, which I think kind of looks like Victorian clothes, but I wouldn't
It
say
does,
it's a
yeah.
full-blown apparition. But yeah, let's say a shadow-like figure. Bingo number
I think
one.
Xiaolong's in this video too.
I think he is too.
Dave and his friend believe the apparition to be a visible manifestation of the spirit that haunts the home. Whatever it is, it doesn't appear to be a normal shadow, because
Ooh,
as
that
you
was
can
weird
see,
noise.
it clearly passes behind the couch. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. You can watch this video over on Dave's YouTube channel, Project Paranormal. Hey, get out of here, man. Marissa Whitehead and her boyfriend are spending the night at the Cumberland Inn in Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh my
And
goodness.
suddenly, out of the corner of her eye, Marissa spots something odd moving in the bathroom. She takes out her phone and starts to record.
I forgot about this, so I fucking love it.
Marissa
Get
says
out
they
of here,
checked the
man.
ceiling, but nobody was up there. And besides that, this flimsy drop ceiling would be too weak to support the weight of even the smallest person.
Yeah, you can have a
But
hard time hanging
you
up
do
decorations
have to
on that
admire
kind of
the
stuff.
ghost vanquishing technique of Marissa's boyfriend.
Hey, get out of here, man.
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Passing through. W. Wahid posted a video of his nephew playing in his new light-up rabbit hat at their home in Indonesia. But he caught something else that he wasn't expecting. Something downright chilling.
Thank you for the arrow. I really needed it in this video.
A strange,
would've never seen
misshapen
it
dark
without
figure
it.
seems to run by in the background. Now, some commenters suggested that it could simply be another small child
Chris
running
says it looks
past
like
the
a
door.
like an
But
ape.
that just doesn't look
Oh,
like
yeah.
a child to me. And the kid would also have to be running along at about the speed of an Olympic sprinter. So did Wahid capture an odd shadow creature in their home? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
There it is. There's two of them. So there's our elaborate hoax. There's our you decide. And then, did he say? Did you see it?
I don't remember.
But it could simply be another. A strange, misshapen dark figure seems to run by. Something downright chilling. A strange, misshapen dark figure seems to run by in the background. Now, some commenters suggested that it could simply be another small child running past the door. But that just doesn't look like a child to me. And the kid would also have to be running along at about the speed of an Olympic sprinter.
This little
So
kid's
did Wahid
breakdancing
capture
there.
an odd shadow creature in their home? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Ah, dang it! There's an
You
ad.
decide.
Guys, I've made over $100,000 online in just the last 7 days.
In 7 days, guys. 100,000. Okay, bye.
What they do in the shadows. Popular Chinese ghost hunter Xiao Long
Outdoor-
is back with another exploration of an extremely haunted location in China.
It's your
A house
boy.
that has been abandoned for over 20 years. This
Hey,
mysterious
wait.
house is
With strange noises and did you hear it? We might actually get a bingo.
We might, yeah.
No, it's after a specific wording where he says where he captures something absolutely chilling or something like that.
I think it's absolutely absolutely chilling or absolutely
Mhm.
bizarre. No.
No, something utterly bizarre is usually another thing that he says.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't always say the same word in front of this
Downright
word.
chilling.
Downright
Yes.
chilling. Wait, in this one? Like just a second ago?
a house that has been abandoned for over 20 years. This mysterious house is very different from the other local buildings around it, as it looks like something right out of a medieval fairy tale. Other has been with another what they do in the shadow. Elaborate hoax. You decide. What they do in the shadows. Popular Chinese ghost hunter Xiao Long is back with another exploration of an extremely haunted location in China. A house that belongs. Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. What they do in the shadows.
He said they caught something absolutely downright
They're
chilling.
5. Wahid posted a video of his nephew playing in his new light-up rabbit hat at their home in Indonesia. But he caught something else that he wasn't expecting. Something downright chilling.
You're right. Yep, you're right. There it is, chilling. Okay, let's
To
skip
get
all
whether
this.
the building is truly haunted was cursed. Locals began many large estate. It looks like something. This mysterious house is very different from the other local buildings around it, as it looks like something right out of a medieval fairy tale. All that is known about the large estate is that the last owner was a very wealthy man whose life was taken under very strange and tragic circumstances. The house
Always
never
strange
sold, as many bizarre rumors began to circulate that the home was cursed. Locals began to refer to the estate as
They
quote,
must really dislike. Well, I guess it doesn't really count because I think Fourth Wall is Japanese. But they must really dislike Western homes because I've noticed that anytime there's a Western home involved, like a house that was like abandoned, like it's always mysterious circumstances and it's always extremely creepy to them, and they always hate going into the Western decorated or the Western,
stylized built.
Yeah, architecture. When it's
Yeah.
Western architecture as well, they seem to always dislike it more than their own, even though to us, like, the creepiest stuff is like an abandoned classic Japanese house or something, you know.
The haunted house. So Xiaolong sets out to investigate whether the building is truly haunted or if it's all just local legend that started up because of the house's odd appearance. As always, Xiaolong broadcasts his exploration live to his Chinese livestream audience.
That filter
我
he
让你们看看
uses,
这地
dude,
方
is
啊，
so
吓不吓
weird.
人？就在这儿，操你妈！瞅着，天这个色儿，多他妈吓人！
Just look at how
今天
spooky
就
the
干这个
weather is.
Xiaolong heads inside and immediately discovers that the odd interior of the house matches the extravagant outside. And the ghost hunter gets a little creeped out by the decor.
操他妈，这也忒他妈吓人了！这都是我告诉你，这都是吸血鬼住的屋。
A house where a vampire lives is literally just a European house. He spooks
看我娘，我
himself.
寻当个人呢。
Now Xiaolong begins to ask some questions directed at any spirits that might inhabit the house, but not in Chinese.
Who are you?
I love that he tried to.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm 害怕呀。Oh my god.
I sometimes feel like maybe we need to do our own bingo card for Xiaolong and watch one of his. Right? Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a
Silly
vampire.
shit will have to be the free space. Does some silly shit. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
I love how he tries
What are
speaking
you doing?
English to a Japanese ghost. Because the picture of the man was obviously very Japanese when he was photographed being the owner. He just liked Western things, and they just assumed he's a... Anyways, I'm sure we do the same thing.
怎么越来越瞅着有点像那种鬼屋的感觉了呢？像不像那国外那种鬼屋的感觉？我操你妈，这啥玩意儿啊？这咋回事啊？操你妈！
He's braver than I am.
He is a brave man. As much as we make fun of him for being scared, like, super scared of, like, literally anything that happens, he is extremely brave for even walking up to that window, because I would have never gotten close to that
Oh,
thing.
me neither. I would have noped my way out of there.
Already.
Yep.
哎呦我操你妈！鸡皮疙瘩出来了！我操你妈！你看到这窗户没？虫子哪能干他妈这大呀？再说是风的情况下，那后边那叶子怎么不动呢？看后边的草。
I'm gonna be honest, and this is what I thought the first time I watched this. It sounds like someone's getting it on, and it's like the headboard against a wall.
I always picture the lady that like sings on the door of the bus. When I watched it the first time, that's what I thought of.
Oh, Jesus. Hold on. We can't just talk about a video and not show people.
Oh, man. Yep.
After Xiaolong asks a few questions in English, a window begins to oddly shake and vibrate on its own. The ghost hunter points out that the leaves behind the window don't move, eliminating the possibility that it might have been wind or a draft. Then, Xiaolong hears something coming from downstairs, and things take a terrifying turn.
Before my favorite
Is your
part.
woman back in stock? It is. Sorry, it kept.
谁？ 谁？
Look at them go! Beat some shit out of it. Terrorback is not on the list. By the way, last week when we were discussing about making this, I remember Jason suggested beating the shit out of an object on this bingo card. And I said, no, it doesn't happen that often. And this is the next episode that came out.
Oh man, when we watched this, the first time Jason was like, "Did you just kick it?" And I was like, "Wait, we gotta go back. We gotta see this again."
But in my head, I was just like, what were they doing? And when we watched it back, they're just squeak, squeak, squeak. Look at them go. They were racing and you interrupted it. That's why I can't stop laughing hearing them from all the way over here. And he hears it. And you're just like... Look at them go. They're just little legs. I know this guy is absolutely terrified, and honestly, like, if I saw those moving on their own, I'd be terrified too. But, like, they're so hilarious. They're just squeak, 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 squeak. They were just having a race, that was all.
Oh man. His response is fair though.
Yeah, no, totally fair. I don't know how you would fake that. That's the thing with Xiaolong. I feel like I don't even know if all of his encounters are real, but sometimes it's just worth watching regardless.
Yes.
Two folding trestles move on their own. They almost appear to be walking.
They're
And
racing.
so Xiaolong runs over and kicks the shit out of them, as you do when trestles start walking about. Anyway,
As you do.
Accurate.
Xiaolong runs outside and takes a break to gather his courage. He then returns and continues to explore. On the second floor, he looks through a window and sees a car parked outside nearby. Xiaolong becomes
Yes,
concerned that
the
the
most
locals might have
terrifying
alerted
thing.
someone about the
Humans.
ghost hunter's secret visit to the house. He doesn't know it yet.
This is why anytime I want to do an actual ghost hunting thing, I want it to be like with permits and everything. So that's why we
Legit.
haven't gone yet. Because if not, I would have gone already.
Record it.
Yeah, but no, I want it to be allowed and with permission and everything, which costs money, which I don't have.
Same.
Feel free to hit that follow and subscribe button down at the bottom.
But that is about to be the least of his worries. Because what happens next is downright chilling.
This is a different kind of terrifying. Oh yeah.
terrifying.
Yes.
A shadowy figure can be seen standing at the window in the next room. He quickly runs over, but there's no one there. Shocked by what he's just witnessed, he once again runs outside. But he isn't done just yet. He finds that whoever had parked their car and was snooping around has left. So he heads back inside to investigate.
You're right. No one there. But I don't. Oh, that's terrible. But I don't think there's going to be these two, so we can't depend on this.
No.
But that might be a thing. We haven't. Has there been a bad flashlight yet?
I don't remember.
No, because it was them
No.
during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. They're bad flashlights because they're not there.
Investigate once again, and it did not go well.
Ah, goddammit.
Another one. It did not go well.
There it is.
There, yeah.
Dude, absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
That's when you turn on the flashlight and film it behind you. It's the same room.
Yep.
It's the same room.
He's haunting his bedroom.
He's just vibing in his room and you're just in there disturbing him. This is why I don't have mirrors. This is why I don't have mirrors. I mean, I have mirrors, but I don't have mirrors.
As Xiaolong looks into a mirror, he sees someone or something standing behind him. But when he turns around, no one there. Whoever or whatever he saw standing behind him in the mirror has disappeared in a split second.
Ugh.
So just what did Xiaolong capture live
I don't
on
like
camera?
I don't like
Are
it.
the local
I don't like
stories
mirrors.
true?
I don't
Is
like
the
those
mysterious
walking
home
things.
really haunted? Let me know what you think. You can find this video and many more of Xiaolong's explorations with English subtitles over on his YouTube channel, Outdoor Xiaolong.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a home like this?
No.
This.
Through the Looking Glass. TikTok user Kaylin Moore from Los Angeles, California claims that an old mirror in her home sometimes shows things that just aren't there.
So this is an old mirror that I upcycled, and I swear that sometimes you can see stuff in the background of the mirror that isn't actually there in real life. So I'm just gonna do a couple back and forths, but I'm curious to see if anyone sees anything that maybe I didn't catch. So here we go. Here's the mirror. Okay, so that's the background.
Okay, I could kind of see what they were talking about.
Yeah, the like thing sitting on the couch.
Once
Yeah.
again.
But the thing
Very
with the
perfect.
couch is here it looks like it's like one of those like U couches. And then when you flip it around, it's not a U couch, it's just a regular couch.
Yeah.
Alright, comment if you see anything that's...
So what they're going to be talking about is right here. Where it's like looks like someone's sitting on the couch. And I was thinking if it's a U couch where this is the back, then that would make sense because it was like a U like that, like if the living room continued on that way. Someone's sitting on that far end of the couch. But like this way it doesn't make any sense. There is also here one of these splits here.
Oh yeah. Not there.
No, I think it is there. I think that's what's forming the person's head.
Oh, okay, I could see that.
Because obviously she's at a different angle. Because you can see the, like, kind of the back of this couch here.
Yeah.
And you can barely see it there.
That's
so
true.
she is, like, doing she's not doing an accurate flip. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So, what I'm getting down to in this is, I think that's matrixing.
Out of place.
Did you see it?
Hey,
As
hey,
Kaylon's
hey!
looking in the mirror, something can be seen sitting on the couch right behind her. But when she turns around, it's gone. Whatever it is, it seems to only be visible in the mirror. Now, whether it's real or just another elaborate TikTok hoax, as always, I leave it up to you to decide. That's not a cow.
Wait.
Nuke's top 5 viewer, Rodrigo.
Wait.
To decide. Hoax, as always, I leave it up to real or just another elaborate TikTok only be visible in the mirror. Now, whatever it is, it seems to only be visible in the mirror. Sitting on the couch, right? See it? As Kaylin's looking in the mirror, something can be seen sitting on the couch right behind her. But when she turns around,
No.
it's gone. Whatever it is, it seems to only be visible in the mirror. Now,
I was
whether it's
thinking
real
there
or
was
just another
what
elaborate
appears to
TikTok
be-
hoax,
Oh.
as always, I leave it up to you to decide.
What appears to be
That's
someone
not
sitting
a
on my
cow.
couch is what I thought I heard.
Nuke's top 5 viewer Rodriguez
I
sent
did
in a
not.
video that he recorded in the woods near his home in Texas. In the video, he explains that he and his cousin have made a, quote, base near the woods and he's attempting to show it off on camera.
This
What
one's
happens
funny.
next is truly bizarre.
This one
Hey
is
guys, I just wanted to show
Is
you
this
guys
truly
a few
bizarre?
things
Oh,
that I made a while ago with my
yeah.
cousin.
You're right.
It's really nice.
Really haunted and Hispanic ghosts
See,
is
we
what we
got
need.
the entrance all fenced off. Got this thing, I don't know what it is. Well, that stinks. But yeah, we got some chairs. What was that? Is that a cow? What is that? Oh, frick!
A weird white humanoid figure comes crawling out of the woods and charges towards him on what appears to be freakishly long arms and legs. Now, is the video real? Is it a hoax? You decide.
Is it a cow?
But this video does have one of the best lines I've ever heard when someone encounters something paranormal.
Is that a cow? Oh, frick!
Okay, but to be fair, it once was a cow.
I also like how he doesn't swear. He's like, freak!
Also, the lanky humanoid figure. I got a friend who looks like that. It's fine. It's totally a human. And it was probably him and his friend just making some creepy
It was
video.
not a cow.
Forgot about that.
Urban Explorer Chris from the YouTube.
Now, real quick, was that a viewer submission?
How?
Now, I know that this one's labeled it's not a cow, but he just really liked that, so I
Show
don't
it
blame
off
him.
on camera. What happens next? Bay near his home and Nuke's top 5 viewer Rodriguez sent
It's
in
a
video
viewer
that he
submission.
recorded in the woods near his.
Again, if he didn't like that saying, he would have titled this viewer submissions, and I think it counts. Or no.
No, I could say it does because he said it. Well, I mean, he said the viewer. And then his
Yeah, he
name.
said viewer submitted Memester Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And usually when it's a viewer submission, it says viewer submissions like as the title of.
Yeah, but
this one had "Is that a cow?" And I could see that's why. I don't know.
It's not a cow.
Because regardless, okay, so let's say we agree that it is.
We're not
This
getting
isn't.
Don't
We're
Mess
not
with
getting this
Dogs.
one.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. This is my channel.
His home in Texas. In the video, he explains that he and his cousin have made a, quote, base near the woods and he's attempting. Charges towards him. Real have one of the best lines.
Oh, frick!
It was not a cow.
The stories were true.
Dang it, my bad.
This isn't a dream. This is really happening.
Do you have this
I
streaming
don't,
service?
but I thought about it.
It seems right up your
Observed.
alley.
It does.
Urban Explorer Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hills sets out to explore the abandoned Warner and Swayze Observatory in Cleveland, Ohio. The impressive structure was built in the early 1900s and served as an astronomical research facility until it was abandoned in 1982. As always, Chris records his explorations to capture what's left of the historical architecture before it's too late.
Is this song the organ piece from Pirates of the Caribbean? What's his name? The tentacle fish. Davy Jones, what he was playing?
Oh, maybe.
Listen to the music.
To captain in 1982. As always, Chris records his explorations to
Kinda
capture
sounds like
what's
it.
left of the historical architecture before it's too late.
I think it is.
It's been too long.
What was it? What was it? Davy Jones?
Oh, Davy Jones. It's similar, is what Evelyn says.
No, I don't want it played on. There was like a scene where he was playing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Type in Davy Jones piano scene.
This is where I get a copyright strike on YouTube.
But not the same.
Yeah, it is similar, but not the same.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking of the music box. But anyways.
However, this time that's not all that he captures. Watch closely as Chris randomly films around the outside of the observatory building.
This sounds really familiar though.
Did you see it?
Damn it, it's already
Someone
done.
or something seems to be watching Chris from the bushes before seemingly disappearing into thin air. Chris doesn't even notice and has no idea what he just recorded. But later, after he posts the video, his viewers point it out in the YouTube comments. So who or what is this? Let me know what you think. You can
Who
watch
or
even more
what is this
explorations
is
of
something he
amazing
says he
historic
knows.
abandoned buildings over on the YouTube channel, Urbex Hill. Back to the factory. A while ago, I featured the extremely frightening videos of ghost hunter ILM Bono Paranormal, who captured alleged supernatural evidence at an abandoned car parts factory in the city of Ostrava in the Czech Republic. Over 60 years ago, the factory was forced to shut down after a devastating explosion claimed the lives of many of the workers.
Yeah, we already have it.
It is said that the building is extremely haunted by the restless spirits of those workers. After Bono experienced multiple terrifying events at the factory, he had had enough for a while, and he decided just to take a break. But a few months have passed and the explorer is finally ready to return to the creepy
Like
old
a
building.
7-month-long
And
break.
things get weird.
We
Almost
were on a
immediately
break.
after Bono enters the factory, strange things start to happen.
Anything changed in here? No.
Hell, that tile is extremely reflective.
Yeah.
I probably stepped in
spider web that freaked the shit out of me. Yeah, I stepped in this. Ooh, okay. That was the scariest thing.
Now is it still the scariest thing?
Maybe it was me.
This is the checkers game where grandson and
That was perfect timing. I hate that I do that.
granddad will bond.
Bono is a bit freaked out when he accidentally walks through a spider web. Then he hears a loud bang coming from somewhere in the building and goes to investigate.
No way.
That's just
The
that's
explorer
just
sees
his friend.
something out of the corner of his eye, and as he turns, an
No, I don't have
unexplained
something
cloud of
on there.
smoke can be seen floating through the air. Bono has no idea what he has just witnessed, but he continues to explore. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Ah, bizarre. We already have it.
Upload for like 5-6 months, and you like really get that video to 1K, even though I didn't upload for half a year. So thank you. And so yeah, I now want to go in the room with the chair, probably because I want to communicate with them, and I think that room is good for communication.
Was
Plus,
that
I
just
have
like a
my
cinder block
room is
with
good,
a
probably
nail
because
sticking
I
out
want
of
to
it?
communicate with them, and I think that
This might be
room
like
is
a wood. Yeah, it's a wood block
Wood
with a
block,
nail
nail
sticking out of it. That's
good
safe.
for communication. Plus, I have my camera on that. Hello?
I forget how spooks this building is.
Yeah.
Also, tell me if you see the thing that he did that is not going to be pointed out.
Did you see it? Bono was talking to his viewers and isn't paying attention when in the back of one of the rooms,
'Cause I saw that.
something seems to quickly hide behind a closet. Bono walks away but quickly turns back when a loud sound can be heard from the room. He decides to set up 2 static GoPro cameras and begins to ask questions.
Now, I'm going to ask you guys if you saw it, because I think I caught something that Bono didn't and that Nuke didn't.
I mean, I watched a TikTok on it, so.
You watched my TikTok? Yeah, if you follow me on TikTok, you would have already seen it. Okay, so.
Hello?
We're going to be looking into this room right here, and right where this pile of stuff is. Shadow gone.
Yeah.
Shadow gone. I think there's something there. I just can't, like, it doesn't look humanoid, it just looks like a round shadow.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Bono was talking to his viewers and isn't paying attention when in the back of one of the rooms, something seems to quickly hide behind a closet. Bono walks away but quickly turns back when a loud sound can be heard from the room. He decides to set up 2 static GoPro cameras and begins to ask questions to the spirits that might be haunting the factory. That's when the unexplained activity takes a terrifying turn.
Ukažte se, nebo udělejte něco, abych věděl, že tu jste.
I love how you, like, considered going into the thing.
Yeah.
Where the did that come from? This door is closed.
Such a dark room on the other side of that.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what this is? It's a really good flashlight. Because it lights up the whole room.
Oh.
That came from a different way.
Mm-hmm.
This thing. I don't know if you can see it. Another cup.
First, a glass seems to be thrown at a wall near Bono.
went that
Then
way.
a cup is
Yeah.
flung across the room.
That one went that
Now
way.
the explorer is starting to freak out from the aggressive paranormal activity, but he holds it together and continues his investigation. He heads to another room inside the abandoned factory and sets up another static GoPro camera. Again, he hears a strange noise coming from somewhere nearby.
Ah!
Here.
He hears
In
a
this
strange
room.
noise.
Woo! We just need, did you hear it?
I don't think there's
So
gonna
it's
be a did you hear it?
Almost
Probably
done
not.
there.
Ah!
Just so it's pointing.
This is the hardest game I've ever invented.
Hello? Yeah, block this so it won't fall. I'm scared of this. Hello? I heard sounds from here. I swear. Hello? No!
Don't forget your camera.
A heavy closet falls over completely on its own, and with that, Bono has finally had enough and decides to just get out of there. So could the factory be haunted by the
But your
restless
camera.
spirits of the workers who tragically lost their
Expensive
lives
camera.
there? I leave it up to you to decide. You can watch all of Bono's explorations at the haunted factory over on his YouTube channel, ILMN Bono Paranormal.
Our goal is to help people cook some of the best dishes possible. DocuSign allows me to continue.
Many moons ago, YouTube and TikTok user Joel Vasquez from San Antonio, Texas claims that late one night at around 3:40 a.m., he saw something very odd.
Oh.
Bro, y'all missed it. It's like 3:40 in the morning and I'm seeing a badass eclipse, man. Y'all missed that. Man, this is crazy. Which is weird though, cause there's like a moon over here. That's why I thought it was weird, but I was like, whatever. There's two of them.
So I'm honestly
Pretty sure this is fake, but I don't care. Jason saw that and he was like, "Oh, that's bad. That's bad." And then he showed the other moon and he was like, "Oh." Which is kind of weird because there's another moon over here.
That's why I thought it was weird.
Whatever he's on, I want it.
I'm not sure what to think of this video, and Joel's YouTube viewers are divided. Some appreciate the funny commentary, and others believe that Joel has witnessed everything from an alien spaceship to an interdimensional portal. Some even claim to have seen the exact same phenomenon in San Antonio and other cities across Texas. So is it real, or just a funny and well done hoax? You decide.
I think that's a great TikTok.
Man, this is crazy. Weird, but I was like, whatever. There's two of them.
The Secret Farm. Dutch urban explorer Mark from the YouTube channel Mark Ben Ik is on the road with his friend Luke when they discover a completely abandoned old farmhouse in the countryside of Belgium. Inside the home, the two friends find many old photos and portraits of the previous owners.
That's
and they discover
cool.
extensive financial records dating back to the 1970s that have just been left
wild.
behind.
You should
Mark and
donate
Luke
those.
have no idea why someone abandoned.
Yeah. If I found things like that, I would donate that to like a heritage place because I know there are places that keep track of things like that.
Yeah.
And I would take those and donate them before some kids get in there and just ruin it.
Or the elements.
Or the elements. But my money is on kids.
In the house and so many personal belongings. After they've explored the property, Mark uploads his recorded footage to his YouTube channel.
Oh god, that was
And some
spooky.
viewers are quick to
You guys see his friend back there?
Explored the property, Mark uploads his
Shit out of
recorded
me
footage
back
to his
there.
YouTube channel. And some viewers are quick to point out something that Mark and Luke just didn't notice. As the explorers try to find a way through the bushes surrounding the property, Mark records something truly disturbing.
Hier gaan we in ieder geval niet binnenkomen.
I
Dan
don't
laten
have
we van
disturbing
andere
on
mensen.
this.
We vallen hier natuurlijk ook heel erg op, dus laten we snel gaan. Omdat we zo hier ergens een ingang kan vinden. Zie je ook al een kapelletje. En hier is een ingang. Snel gaan we aan de zijkant van dit kapelletje de bosjes in, zodat we volledig uit zicht zijn.
En daar moet een heel groot verlaten huis liggen.
Did you see it? As Mark and Luke are maneuvering their way through the dense bushes surrounding the property, someone or something can be seen peeking out at them from behind a wall.
You missed it.
Mark and Luke didn't
I
see
didn't see
anything
it.
at the time.
I don't remember even watching
That
this
looks
part of
like
the video.
another kid with the camera just being like, oh shit.
I think.
And only discovered this creepy lurker after
See, it's another camera.
Mark and Luke didn't see anything at the time, and only discovered this
I don't know. See, it's another camera. It's just some other kid. Okay, you can see it there.
Yeah, we have.
I was like a
He
camera.
said two of the things that we've already got. Did you see it and didn't see it until later?
Yeah, we do already have those.
Bless you.
Thank you. But yeah, like his hands around like. Ooh.
lurker after the video was uploaded to YouTube. So just who or what?
This kid was probably
is
alone,
this?
and then there's two of them,
You can
so he
watch
was just
this
like.
full adventure and
"That's
many more
dangerous."
urban
Like,
explorations over on the YouTube channel.
He
Mark
doesn't know that
and
they're
Ick.
probably harmless.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. For extra videos and other.
Dang it. So close.
Did you hear it? I mean, we wouldn't have gotten that one, but still.
Yeah.
And then even across, we needed a Hispanic ghost and Really Haunted, but there was no
Yeah.
Hispanic ghost, and Really Haunted was not here.
Dang it.
We're
so
just
close.
never going to get it. I'm afraid we're never going to get bingo on Nuke's Bingo. Dang it. Alright. Well, that's the 2 hour and 11 video, or 2 hour and 11 minute video for the day. Thanks for coming, Ty, and thanks for the goulash that she brought. She brought some goulash. But yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
And thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks, mostly Evelyn, who is an avid viewer of the spooky streams. Don't forget to let this play in the background or to lurk on my YouTube page. That would be great. Okay. I think that's going to be it for the recording. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow for the updates, even though let's just not talk about the fact that this is week 3 of me not posting the video 3 weeks ago. It'll get up. I swear. I'll put it up. I just haven't done it yet. But I'll probably put up the 3 in these upcoming days, because I actually cleaned up the house today, so I don't have to do it tomorrow. And now I have free time tomorrow, so that's why I'll probably do it. Okay. I like spooky stuff too, and that's why we're here.
Yep.
But yeah, tune in next time, and that's gonna be it for the video.